This option is chosen, for example, if you have any doubts about the fit of the prosthesis. A vertical lingual incision is made 1 teeth away from the flap. The lingual flap is then elevated and will quickly fall onto the major oblique line to which the malleoid muscle is attached. Professor Alban identified 3 zones for the lingual flap. This is the zone 2. You separate the flap from the malleoid muscle, gently push the soft tissue superior to the muscle. The flap is gentle. And then we continue the advancement at the distal incision of the ring. At this level, that is a little tricky to obtain sufficient laxity. In the premolar region, the malleoid muscle is attached deep in the mandible. It's a 3rd zone. So you do a very, very soft periosteal incision. With the back end of the blade, you gently scratch the periosteum, and then you get the laxity. You finalize the advancement with the minimi. And then you come up and join the 2 zones on 3 and zone 2, and you get the final laxity of the lingual flap. Then you scrape the autogenous one in the retromolar area with a scraper. You do the perforations. And you fixate the membrane first lingually. Then the autogenous DBBM mixture is applied and the membrane is folded over, and you can see that the graft is not packed well enough. So we move the particle graft lingually and we pack it better. And once the membrane is taut, we place the first pin, then the second, and the last measurement. And then we cut the membrane around the nerve. We want to adapt it perfectly. So we don't cut too much. And then we cut a little bit more to make sure that the nerve can go. We cut the membrane as close as possible. And we get the extra membrane to make sure that the membrane does not lie below the incision line. So the buccal flap advancement. First, the periosteal incision, connecting the 2 vertical incisions. And then you separate the elastic fibers with the minimi. We separate the cross bundles from the deep plan because see, you have a cross bundle here. It's not elastic. And it's connected to the nerve just below. So you have to isolate the bundle one, the cross bundle, and then to cut it. Once it's cut, you can get the laxity. And you see the nerve just behind. Shining. Then we place the Purkinje membrane, we place the flap with a measure point, and we do the horizontal matrices. 5 millimeters from the incision line, 5 millimeters. So now we have a difficulty for the suturing of the ring, between the flap and the ring. And the difficulty is because if you do, as always, if you do single interrupted sutures, you will have the flap coming over the ring. And you want it to be at the same level. So the key is to use cross sutures. bridge on the distal aspect, and it will stabilize the flap close to the ring at the same level. So a new anchor point is made at the angle on the buccal aspect and at the measure. And now we do a single integrated suture. And then we can go on with the single integrated sutures. So this is the sutures and the healing after 15 days. And you can see that we have a flat healing around the bone. So this is another case